family, livestock is so important in our life because it has been the backbone of our family income.
We have a problem in Western Uganda, particularly of tick-borne disease. Most of these animals have died because of these tick-borne diseases.
The VetGov program was designed to address the unfavorable policy environment in the livestock sector in Africa. If this sector's potential is really unlocked, it will have a huge impact on livelihood, it will have a huge impact on the national economy, as well as on wealth creation.
We injected about 30 million euros into the project, but that was with an intention of as much as that's a significant amount, it was also with an intention of mobilizing additional resources, both at the different country levels, but also facilitating further investment by the private sector.
AUIPA strategic programs, we have 4 strategic programs. The VetGov fit under is animal health, disease prevention and control system.
It set out to get a background information on the veterinary sector, livestock sector. We had to get that as the basis first, to see the gaps in livestock sector in terms of policies, strategies, and programs. After we did that, the program did that, we set up what we call livestock policy hubs.
The potential is big, but this sector has been constrained by animal diseases and low investment, constrained by unfavorable policies that emanated from the 1980s with the structural adjustment program. Also constrained by obsolete national veterinary legislation. So with all these constraints, it is an uphill task for the sector to play its pivotal role fully, within the national economy. So VetGov was designed to address basically these issues.
We had to address those policies in various member states where they felt policy challenges were the main drawback of the livestock sector in terms of productivity and also in the implementation.
FAO had 2 main tasks, and one of them was to learn or to support the regional animal health networks in Africa. The second one was to build the capacity of African Union.
Uganda did not have a livestock policy, so we addressed that. Uganda did not, the laws were very archaic, very old, so the whole veterinary legislation has been reviewed in Uganda.
The VetGov program assisted veterinary services to revise its livestock policy into the Ghana Livestock Development Policy and Strategy. Then with respect to legislation, the VetGov assisted us to validate our veterinary surgeons law.
Et je pense que VetGov a donné un appui technique probablement au Sénégal pour revoir les lois sur la santé animale, notamment la législation sur la santé animale, de façon à la réadapter aux nouvelles donnes.
Some of the conditions affecting animals, the animal sector in Uganda are diseases. And there are many of them because of the condition of the climate of Uganda. And collectively, because of the diseases, Uganda fails to get market for the animal products in the region and also internationally.
The strategies we have tried to improve this dairy farming, these diseases. We have tried to vaccinate these animals. Most of these animals are vaccinated with ECF, but they still die.
For instance, foot and mouth disease, it remains a challenge for us in Uganda, and it's a major reason why Uganda is not able to export beef or most of the animal products to the EU, which is actually a major destination for many of our other agricultural products.
We have managed to train quite a number of laboratory personnel in order to enhance their laboratory work facilities, and also in terms of diagnostics of various diseases within the region. And recently we also developed 4 national and regional parameters in terms of controlling the most devastating transboundary animal diseases in the region.
With the policies that the VetGov program has supported, we do expect in the near future for us to achieve control and hopefully even eradication of the PPR, which is the major disease that affects goats and sheep.
We penetrated the market with the value chain in food safety. Hence, we have market, we have new markets, also internationally and locally through the non-conformancy forms, and then we take corrective action, preventative action, and by so doing, we're able to improve the food safety of our product.
It is very important to strengthen the veterinary service in Ghana in order to achieve efficient and effective animal health service delivery for the livestock sector. An effective and efficient animal health service delivery will increase the productivity of the livestock sector. That will make available improved livestock products at affordable prices for the Ghanaian consumer.
The vet workshop has helped us to improve our business a lot, because hitherto, butchers did not know something about, they don't apply hygiene into their breed. But recently, after our workshop, we have realized that butchers cannot go without hygiene and a good environment.
Globally, we estimate that about 20% of what is produced worldwide in terms of animal products is lost to animal disease. Okay? So if we could improve the control of animal diseases within the animal production systems, the farms, we could have a tremendous impact on food security in general, and especially nutritional food security.
Many countries, such as Chad, such as Gabon, Cameroon, have started to improve or enhance their veterinary legislation. ARIS has started to be rolled out in the whole Central African state. So now many countries are using ARIS software to collect data, to to get them analyzed and to share these data with the rest of the countries worldwide so that as soon as we have outbreak of animal diseases, action should be taken to wipe these diseases out.
The VetGov program has contributed to the rollout of this system in over 40 African countries and 8 regional economic communities. So now they are using this system to report timely diseases and then to collect and analyze information for decision making. So, and this is about evidence, and it has had a big impact, at national level in terms of policy based on evidence.
This VetGov activities carried these things around women because they noticed that women generally in the livestock value chain were scattered, were fragmented, and therefore they did not have a common advocacy to press their needs to government or non-governmental organizations. So they did that to bring them together so that they can have a bargaining power.
La majeure partie des citoyens africains sont des femmes. D'abord, ça c'est un indicateur majeur d'obligation de prise en charge des femmes au niveau du développement, ne serait-ce que du point de vue arithmétique. Même étant pas alphabétisé, qu'on arrive à utiliser son savoir-faire pour arriver à gagner quelque chose.
The activities that were carried out by VetGov for the youth in agribusiness were organizing them into associations, joint associations, that they can work together as groups instead of individually.
The program may not have achieved all that it set out to achieve at the time that it should have achieved. So that was a challenge of being able to do so much in a short time. And since it was working through so many stakeholders, sometimes bringing the many stakeholders together and having the critical numbers itself presents a challenge.
So the process has been slow at the beginning, in terms of technical delivery, timeliness, of submission of documents, justifying expenditure, and all those things delays the process of implementation. This has been one of the bottlenecks, but we've been very flexible within the framework of the procedure to work in close collaboration with partners to kind of solve these problems, whenever they arise.
The veterinary services have at least changed. We have seen them rushing to farms if there is a problem, and they have even pressurized the government to see the measures where they can change the drugs and bring more different drugs to overcome these diseases.
VetGov has really stimulated a paradigm shift by moving away from the linear approach to policy development.
The major outcome of the VetGov program will be the up-to-date policies and laws that we have been able to review or develop with the support of the VetGov program. And with these policies in place, we expect a livestock sector that is more vibrant.
Ce qui a changé aujourd'hui, c'est qu'il y a une ouverture. Aujourd'hui, toutes les facultés vétérinaires d'Afrique se côtoient. Quand je parle au niveau de la formation, toutes les facultés vétérinaires sont en connexion.